その夢は一人の男の信念から生まれました。植物の力は必ず人類の力になる。ニュートリライトを創立したカール・レンボーグ。彼が目指した究極のサプリメントがここに。私たちは日々リスクに囲まれて生きています。こうしたリスクに身をさらしていると、体内に活性酸素が発生します。大量に発生すると体の不調や老化を引き起こす一因となり、あなたの細胞を攻撃して次第に体を蝕んでいくのです。ファイトケミカルス、それは活性酸素を吸収する力を持っています。植物の皮や種に多く含まれ、色や香りの元となるファイトケミカルス。外敵から身を守るために生み出した植物の生き抜く力なのです。トリプル X は選び抜いた21種類の植物の力をありのまま生かすため、皮や種まで丸ごと濃縮。ファイトケミカルスを余すところなく閉じ込めています。植物の力を丸ごと生かすからこそ安全性を追求。3つの広大な自社農場で有機栽培をしています。さらに土作りから栽培、収穫、製造に至るまで徹底した一貫管理を行っています。80年以上にわたって培ってきたこだわりの集大成、それがトリプル X、 カール・レンボーグが夢見たサプリメントなのです。さあ、植物の力をあなたの力に。
一个梦想因一个人的信念而诞生，植物的力量必将改变世界。他就是纽崔莱的创始人卡尔·洪邦，他所追求的正是这些极致的营养保健食品。我们每天生活在污染的环境中，置身于诸多危害健康的环境中，我们的体内就会产生一种叫做自由基的物质。自由基危害性极高，如果其大量产生，则是引发人体生理失调和老化的一大诱因。它会攻击体内细胞，进而侵蚀整个人体。植物营养素，它具有吸收自由基的特殊功能。它富含于植物的表皮和种子当中，是颜色和香气的源头。植物营养素是为了防御外来有害物质的侵害而产生的。可以说，它是植物赖以生存和成长的守护神。三倍健是将21种精选天然植物的精华成分，在原有生态基础上，用植物表皮和种子整体浓缩提取而成的。因此，植物营养素完好无缺地保留了下来。正是出于要最大发挥出植物的力量，安全性才格外重要。纽崔莱的3家大型有机农场专门负责各种植物的有机栽培，从土壤培育、栽培、收获，一直到产品生产的整个过程，严格执行一贯性质量管理。历经80多年的经验积累，精心研制的经典之作，它就是3倍健，卡尔·洪邦梦寐以求的营养保健食品。来吧，让植物的力量成为你的力量。
The dream began with the convictions of one man, that the strengths of plants would ultimately become the strengths of humans. Carl F. Renberg, the founder of NUTRILITE. Here, he sought to create the ultimate in nutritional supplements. Health risks surround us every day. These risk factors can give rise to harmful free radicals within the human body. When they build up, These dangerous substances can lead to accelerated aging and deterioration of the body. They attack the body's cells, gradually damaging them. Phytonutrients. These have the power to absorb free radicals, often found in the seeds and peels of plants, and helping give plants their distinctive colors and scents. These phytonutrients are produced to fight off outside invaders. They help give plants the strength to survive. NUTRILITE TripleX is a concentrate of 21 plant compounds taken from the whole plant, including seeds and peels. We don't use all parts of every plant. We analyze which parts have nutritional value, perfectly capturing the phytonutrients. And because we use all the power of the plant, we strive for safety. Plants are harvested from our 3 large organic farms. Our 3 organic farms grow the plants that provide the main ingredients. We ensure integrated production from soil preparation to growing to harvesting to manufacturing. The culmination of 80 years of careful cultivation experience. NUTRILITE TripleX. The supplement that Carl Renberg dreamt of. Make the power of plants your strength too.
I am Joaquim Duran. I am farm manager at NUTRILITE Brazil Bajara. I'm responsible for the agricultural operation here in Brazil. We are the largest organic acerola farm in the world. We provide a good environment for acerola because we are in the tropical region. The challenge is to apply the best of the nature to combine to the best of the science and technology in order to provide the best cherries. We realize the acerola grow better when we graft to make our seedlings. We select the best seeds in order to have the best roots. After that, we harvest piece of the branch on graft from the best trees for vitamin C and for yield. After we have the good rootstock ready, we graft the best trees on the best roots. We need to create the new trees with the natural resistance to the weather, the biological like insects and fungus. Now we increase the number of the good variety trees to have the best fruit. I'm so proud to work here in NUTRILITE because I believe a lot in their philosophy to match our trees to the technology.
My passion is to see things blooming, you know. It's not only alfalfa or spinach or broccoli. I like to see the people blooming and growing and developing. And this is something that has been very satisfactory here. I really couldn't tell why I'm so attached to this job. There is a very strong connection between the soil, the people that was born there, the people that love the farm. And when you put all that together and you do it organic, then you know that what you are doing now, it reflects on the whole world to our supplements. We are part of a bigger picture, and I like what I see in the bigger picture. NUTRILITE with all these ingredients, working as a big family that takes care of everybody. Yeah. We are looking all the time how to preserve freedom, family, hope, and reward. And you really see the people in need of those values. They are just waiting for an opportunity to bloom. That is what the company is helping me to do in this remote location.
I always wanted to explore what are the good things nature has to offer. NUTRILITE is all about botanicals. So it's a very good marriage between me and NUTRILITE. My name is Amit Chandra. I'm a phytochemist at NUTRILITE. In NUTRILITE, we are very particular about consistency in growing, analyzing, and delivering the raw materials in our products. We control the quality for NUTRILITE botanicals, right from seed to the supplement stage. If we don't have the right seed, we don't have the right plant coming up, we may not have the right amount of phytonutrients. Each botanical has its own phytochemical fingerprint. If we do not pay attention to the fingerprint, it may not be that botanical that we want. Once they reach the peak of those phytonutrients, we have to harvest them. And then we process them to make the extracts and the raw materials which go into our products. The process that NUTRILITE applies needs collaboration. A lot of people work together to ensure we maintain the quality to the supplement stage. We have a lot of scientists who understand those phytochemicals and manage the quality of the phytonutrients. We control the whole process starting from seed to supplement. It's a very good combination of nature and science coming together. That's why we call it best of nature, best of science.
Organic farming is definitely the hardest form of agriculture. I love people, I love organic, and I love to work hard, which are kind of all the things that you really get in organic farming. NUTRILITE's farming practices incorporate a farming system where we don't use pesticides or herbicides or any synthetic chemicals on the farm. We consider the farm a living organism, so everything that we do to the farm matters. Depending on what crop you're growing is going to depend on where you want to locate that crop. We have farms in Brazil, El Pedical, Mexico, and also 2 different farms in Washington State. They're placed in these different locations because we have different topography and different climates that allow us to grow the best plants for NUTRILITE. We get to be involved in each process of growing the plant, harvesting the plant, and eventually sending the plant off for final processing. We document every step of the process. We call it the birth certificate of the plant. We're using technologies that not a lot of other organic farms are using, such as GPS technology and advanced tractor technologies in order to get cultivation closer to the plant to allow us to reduce the amount of hand weeding. We're working with all natural products. We're living a healthy lifestyle, and we're also creating a sustainable future. Think about how alive the soil is. There's a whole world beneath your feet. There's more microorganisms in the soil than really anyone is aware of. My name is Danielle Hawkins. I'm the farm manager here at our Trout Lake Organic Farm West location. The soil supports so much life, and it's an extremely important part of our environment and our sustainability. Once you realize that, you really start to appreciate it more and start to respect it. We do testing on all of our soils and all of our compost and all of our amendments that we add to our soils. We go out and take soil samples from each of our fields, and we send it off to the lab, and we get soil results. And so these are analyzed by the farm managers at the different sites. And you look at these soil tests to determine what you might be lacking in nutrients. If necessary, you can amend your soil with nutrients for optimal plant growth. We don't use any synthetic pesticides or herbicidic chemicals. Anytime you're putting a synthetic on the farm, you're actually not only killing the herb on the top of the soil, but you're also killing all the microorganisms underneath, which leaves you with a sterile soil. Whereas organic is promoting life in the soil, which promotes life in the plants, biodiversity. If you were to look at the soils now versus the soils when we first started farming, you'll find that at all of our farms, the soils are in better condition than when we started. For me, creating a good, healthy soil is creating a sustainable future. We're creating a foundation and the ability to provide healthy, quality product for future generations.
A NUTRILITE, todo o processamento tem que ser bem monitorado para se garantir que os consumidores vão atingir a melhor vitamina do mercado. E a qualidade trabalha para garantir que tudo que se produziu com qualidade, com segurança, para não trazer problemas para os consumidores. Existe uma série de requisitos pela padronização de cada produto. São muitos restritos para se você atingir o melhor padrão para ser um fornecedor para a Amway. Desde a etapa de produção na fazenda, de fornecimento de fruta, as etapas de controle, processamento e produto final e controle do produto final, as pessoas que estão cuidando dos processos estão totalmente envolvidos com o produto. Nos deixa muito mais orgulhoso de fazê-lo, porque a gente está sabendo que não é só o alimento. Por detrás existe todo o ambiente, toda a comunidade, todas as pessoas que estão envolvidas nesse processo. Então isso é melhorar o mundo, para mim e para as pessoas.
What I remember most about my father is that he was always passionate about what he was doing. He used to always tell me, if you have a goal out there, and if you're willing to work for it, one day it'll happen. It was his curiosity to try to understand how nature worked, how science worked. And he would always include me in all these adventures, trying to, get me to say the most important thing that you can do as you grow is to have an interest in this knowledge. He loved to talk about his experiences in China, where one of his earliest observations were that the people who lived in the agricultural areas had embraced different types of eating habits. He said he woke up one morning with an idea. He realized intuitively the power of a plant-based diet when he saw that the people who existed on a diet that was primarily fruit and vegetables were healthier than the people who lived in the big cities. He theorized there must be hundreds, maybe thousands of important factors in a plant-based diet that were important in human nutrition. And he began to conceive of a supplement that you could make from plants that you could add back to the human diet. And then he came back to the United States in 1927, and 7 years later introduced NUTRILITE into the marketplace. My father pioneered in the area of phytonutrient development from the very beginning. He was always working on experiments, trying to figure out ways to share it with other people. I think it was born out of his desire to help people. He did these simple little experiments with plant materials, and he saw these colors showing up in a chromatographic column. He used to tell me, one day the analytical methodology will enable us to determine what these colors that I see are and how they function. And once we know that, we'll be able to isolate them, be able to identify them, and we'll be able to more particularly determine what they're doing in human nutrition and human health. I think we've come a long way in discovering what nature holds, but we have a long way to go. I think we haven't scratched the surface. My dad would say we haven't even scratched the scratch. His thoughts way back then were very far-sighted, and now we're beginning to realize he was spot on. We've got to take responsibility for ourselves, our own health, the health of the environment, if we're going to protect and strengthen our society for the future. NUTRILITE is more than just a product. It's a concept of people taking charge of their lives from an optimal health standpoint. It started as a little farm in the Southern California area and now has expanded to farms and manufacturing sites around the world because many of the ingredients come from different parts of the world. One of our mottos is quality from seed to supplement. And what that means is we're monitoring every single step from the seeds we put into the ground to the soil that it goes into, to the way we harvest and treat the land. We feel it's imperative that we control the process from beginning to end. We were the first company in the world to develop a nutritional supplement based on plants and vitamins and minerals to bring balance into the diet. We try to go after the best natural ingredients. And the only way we can do that is to understand the science behind that nature, to make sure NUTRILITE is a leader in this area and will continue to be so. We pioneered in the area of phytonutrient development from the very beginning, because we want to make sure people have the best nutritional package that we can offer. The values of the NUTRILITE brand are efficacy, safety, purity, and the assurance that we can give to customers that they're produced the same way each and every time. And the goal in all of this is to enable people to live long, active lives and to achieve their human potential to the best of their ability.